I just looked at my wishlist sales and Dark Souls 2 is 75% off right now. I think it's the only one that's... Oh no, never mind. They're all... Okay, Dark Souls Remastered is 50% off. It's not bad. What about Elden Ring? Doubtful, but you know, one can hope, okay? One can hope, one can dream. Let's see, From Software, please. God damn it. Why? I was kind of hoping it was a full From Software sale, but no. Just the Dark Souls trilogy once again. Yeah. Wait, I just realized. Fucking Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3 and fucking why is this version 50% off? Hold on. And specifically Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin are all 50% off, but normal Dark Souls 2 is 75% off. Oh my god. They're like, ah, shit, we gotta put 75% on this one for anyone to buy it. That's funny. Vampire Crawlers? Is this Vampire Survivors? Is this made by the same people? So confused. It's using the same assets. Nosebleed Interactive, maybe? What? Poncle and Nosebleed Interactive. Okay, it does say from the creators of Vampire Survivors. But doesn't show on the developer page. It's showing the soundtrack for Vampire Survivors. I don't know why it's not showing the game itself. Maybe top sellers. Showing like all the DLC. Why isn't it showing Vampire Survivors itself? Vampire Survivors store page. Okay, this is the actual like page that shows just the list. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't giving me the list before. It was giving like the actual developer page, but it wasn't giving me the little list. The nice compact list. Anyway, what am I doing? Why am I going on this big old tangent? The point is to play Vampire. Not to be confused with Vampire Survivors. But I am a vampire that is surviving, so there is that. Anyway, let me turn off the music. Oh, even if... I don't think I've ever read through this. Even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918... Hold on. Even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, Vampire sometimes takes liberties when establishing possible links between scientific theories and supernatural creatures, for theatrical purposes. In other words, do not try to cure any disease with any of the recipes shown in this video game, and no rats were harmed during the making of this game. I don't know if that was there before, or if that's... probably. I think I've just skipped through it every time. Because I'm a dumb idiot that skips through all the stuff. Except for in the actual game. But I don't usually read loading screens, because they're usually just loading screens. fucking soundtrack for this game is banger, by the way. Damn, they going ham on that thing. Sorry, I'm getting in more comfortable clothing, also known as a shark onesie. Alright. That's better. Alright, let me go ahead and start the timer. And if we go a little over time, that's completely fine. Continue Eternal Thirst. They'll always reward your help. Alright. So.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Fair enough.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay? I'm occupied presently.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to...
You best talk to Tom.
Alright. Ooh, shiny.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Anyway. Britons working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades enroll today as war munition volunteers. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munitions. You will not suffer in wages. Get into the factory line and feed the firing line. Maybe it's Brighton, but, I'm too stupid. I'm just stupid for reading. Inspect the tools.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This corpse has been dried of its... This man was armed. What's this?
30th of October. From G. McCollum to Docks Patrols. Object: multiple deaths in the Docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning: according to recent reports, the vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the Leech brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Oh, there's gunners here. Oh, actually, they usually drop a little
Ammunition
something.
crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
So he is resistant to melee and ranged, but blood and shadow are fine.
Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours.
Look lively! Talk to us!
Anyway, yoink.
I like their screams when you burn them alive. It ain't human! It ain't human! There's one of them vermin!
Anyway. Yoink. Alright, this is much later into the game, I think. Anyway. Yoink.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Okay, well, we're gonna go up into the little safe house here. Little hideout. Anything here? Anything lootable? Alright. Let's see what we've got to work with here. 180 XP. Plus. Okay. I don't think there's anything that costs less than like 300 here. This costs 600. This costs 1,000. I don't know why it won't tell me the amount it costs here, but whatever. Nah, that's a fucking 1,000. That's also 1,000. Yeah, so all of these are kind of sucky right now. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know if I ever got the scythe.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I won't let me swap it.
Dearest friend, you're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please, stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Yeah.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Real as fuck. I just saved your life. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go fuck off now.
You've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Oh, I love him
Patient
so
goodfellows,
much.
I've come to offer help.
Best
Give me a
character in the
moment to clear
entire
my throat.
game.
We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man required.
Who the fuck is pinging me now? I know it's not that one server I was in anymore because I fucking left that shit so fucking fast. Gonna mute this. Just in case. If they don't respond within a minute, I'm fucking right off to my video game. How long have I had plutonium? March 6th? Yes. Okay, I'm fucking right off to my game.
There's medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I almost turned to my fault. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
You're a vampire, dude.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire?
Yes, it's called a scowl.
I must find
She
a
just
place
said
to
it.
analyze the blood.
She just said it was a scowl. At dawn we row. Take a ride with Dr. Swansea. Well, I'll do more than just take a ride with it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's an honorable fellow.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was...
I love how this is one of the only
What manner?
times that morning is mentioned.
Prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that scowl. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
In other words, I'm not saying shit to you.
From the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science.
He's a man of
physician,
science.
Like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital as a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Hell yeah.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Maybe gay romance? A beautiful friendship. And romance, maybe. Only if you want to. Never have I ever seen a straight man act this gay. Be this gay
Swansea, thank goodness.
for another
I was
man.
beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Doctor, I have no idea who this man is, but yay, I think.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we
Hurrah.
but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
God, he's so adorable. I love him. I want to see if I can chat
I'm
with
sorry,
him.
Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Understood.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten all-prissy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in
I would not do this. I would take him to the fucking hospital, but that's the best option.
Yes.
Real shit.
That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
I don't think he's a required kill.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
What happened?
I hate that you're required to mesmerize him in the first place, but it's fine. Because he can be spared.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Shut up. Don't care. I'm gonna spare everyone. I'm gonna make this place squeaky clean, and not by murdering everyone. That would be selective cleansing, which is bad.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent...
Already making the rounds. That's the...
Thank you, nurse. What?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few... What kind of...
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with...
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon, and...
And Mr. Hampton, the patient.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
If you could point me in the direction...
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Anyway.
Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shit.
That's quite a blunt introduction.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me.
I'm not sure I understand what...
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical...
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I'm...
How is the situation?
You want to hear the situation is all right?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital?
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job.
It sounds like things have...
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings.
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal...
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling gun.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Real shit. Oh, I see.
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun.
This one does 296 damage versus none. But it costs 315 shillings, which I don't have. I can afford a couple of the parts, but not the gun itself.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better...
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and...
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what...
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just...
Real.
What can you tell me about this?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character.
Real.
Tell me more about
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always
Right, I forget that this is set in a very specific time period.
to Swansea's reserve. But I must admit, he does all he...
He doesn't really... Dr. Swansea's reserve, yes. That's legitimately Dr. Swansea's actual character. Oh, hello! And I love him for it.
Yeah, and to keep this facility...
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office.
Real.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Also, I was looking through the developers of this game because I was like, so a few people mentioned that it looks kind of like Red Dead Redemption on the one YouTube short I posted this game. I was like, I wonder if it's made by the same people. It's not, but I did find out that they made Life is Strange, which is even better.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
No fucking wonder the writing is so good, and also there's so many cutscenes. It's the same devs as Life is Strange.
Surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir.
Did he really? It's a good thing
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected...
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary...
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a...
An invisible enemy? Quite a...
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Real.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here. and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer?
Real.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them.
It would be inappropriate for me to speak to.
Is there anyone that stands?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he...
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore.
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, back to Tippett's. Where's Tippett's? Where is Mr. Tippett's? Whatever.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you.
You must get a hold of it.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No.
How is the Pembroke?
Not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual. Especially concerning
Why does Milton...
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chap.
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
How long have you...
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't...
You'd be surprised what dedication...
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like no...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, well, back to Milton. Who does not seem to be... Oh, there it is.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why do you have such a
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Honestly, real as fuck.
Goodbye, Milton.
Milton, the realest one here. I'm gonna be so for real. Yeah, I need to talk to Mr. Tippets.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the wind.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow
Please.
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within.
I see.
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by...
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of...
I'm assuming you must be a patient.
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies.
Who are these enemies?
I cannot say for sure, but I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel...
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a...
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they...
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft?
Is that not enough for you, puny?
I'm curious to know who you...
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's...
I'm sure about that.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
It's here again.
Good evening, sir. Can I...
Unless you're here to fix my face. No.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken...
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off.
How is your stay with us, Mr.
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moan.
Can I ask you precisely why?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars.
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under...
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But...
Where were you stationed, sir?
I really don't want to talk.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just want...
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on...
So do you let her bite you?
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real.
She could decide to bite less...
And it's another good reason for me to stay here.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes...
In her madness, she never refers to my scars.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
There again. I wish I could be sick again.
Blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh.
What do you mean? You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have...
People are still in
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no...
Who should I avoid in this part of town?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people
How did you end up in...
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let...
Why did he...
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met.
You dared to enter this awful place.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general...
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot boys are very nervous since they lost...
Who leads the...
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion.
Has the gang been...
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint.
Real?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton?
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel... empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your...
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say.
Have you made friends?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. Good evening, Miss Halcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so... Do you plan to make him...
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse?
Would you say you...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Has lost its effect on me. But the suffering continues.
Damn.
There's no fucking way. Anyway. Woot. I'll talk to Mr. Tippets. There he is. Let's see if she has anything. No. I don't think so.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening,
Dr. Reed, any...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos.
Nurse Brannigan is...
She should not have told you that.
You don't have to blame her for her honor.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Alright. So there's the backyard garden, which we will be entering shortly.
The pain.
If possible. I might have to go around. I'm not sure. I have a lot of people to chat with first.
Good evening, Doctor.
I believe we're going to Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work.
Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a great admirer of your work.
That doesn't tell me anything about yourself.
What made you
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the...
I based my technique on my mentor's research.
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of...
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a...
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude.
Oh yeah, I forgot to pull back up YouTube chat. Just in case.
These difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our...
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the...
Do you need help with any...
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet...
Do you want me to play the error?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to...
I see. Well, give me the address.
Boot. Another side quest.
Tell me more about your willingness to...
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced you're...
What is it you really want?
Fair question. I want nothing.
This personal involvement could also appear to be...
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse...
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with...
Tell me, Mr...
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed...
But why would he hide such crucial information from...
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own...
Goodbye, Doctor... Good evening, Doctor.
And good
Yeah, okay, that was the personal
Goodbye,
questions.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me...
Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by...
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleague...
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were
doing. Carpenter. And a good one, too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family.
Tell me about the doctor.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building.
Tell me about your
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself.
How could your job be responsible?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat.
Tell me more about...
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen...
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife...
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France, and
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
How are your children after...
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Oh, sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Yoinking medical supplies. Pembroke Hospital, 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with a mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry. Everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm,
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Doc.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound
I cannot give up on my children now.
What about their mother?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Oh, sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Good evening.
And good evening to you, Doc.
Goodbye, Dr. Str.
I'm going to save at the save point, because we have hit that point where we end stream. Where the fuck are the stairs? Where are the giant, huge-ass stairs? I'm not talking to unknown person right now. I'm just going up the stairs so that I can rest. And upgrade. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett. Day released to be determined. Notes: the patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if, quote, the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the... Words are hard, especially medical words. Tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? Yeah, that gives me another hint. Okay, cool.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
This
Yay, my room!
It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal, after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You'll be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I will do everything I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you, these dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith, Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I've discovered about econ in the past few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Sorry, anytime someone puts PS in a note, I just imagine them, like, being all giddy. Especially with Swansea. Alright, I'm going to upgrade some of my shit. Ah, level 6 required. I see. What about you? What about you? Level 8 required, Jesus Christ. Yes, I want this. I want to upgrade my bite as much as possible. And I think that's everything that I can upgrade. For now. Alright, game is saved. I'm going to quit out. I love this game so much. I genuinely love it a lot. I think next stream might be Deltarune, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. I think it is, at least. And then after that, I think it's a free-for-all on what I play. Yes, tomorrow's Deltarune, and then after that, it is a free-for-all for the next day. And then I will go on my week-long streaming hiatus so that I can upload the next video in time for the end of the month. But, yeah. I think my last stream of the month might end up being Tomodachi Life. I'm not sure. I'm very excited to play it, though. But yeah.